Hello, this is the Tradesight U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview for Wednesday, the 29th of October, 2014. Hope you're having a good week. We had a huge trading day here on Tuesday at Tradesight. Big winners in several stocks off our list and off of our intraday calls, except out of 8 winners out of our triggers. It was just a phenomenal day, despite what I'll show you was not terrific action in the morning in the markets. Here's the ES front month futures contract. S&P gained 23, a lot of it on a gap up. Actually, here's the S&P to show you. So we've now broken that downtrend line and heading back towards that red or green static trend line on the index. And here's the NDX, almost to the highs of the year after that little dip. Isn't that unbelievable? And back to the green line as well. It's hit the static trend line. So it's a pretty big move. A lot of it once again on gaps. So keep in mind, in August we had a lot of gappy days, gapping up, and then in September started to roll over. In October we came back and filled those gaps, and now here we are since the middle of October, the last week and a half, and we've made about a 400-point move off the lows in the NASDAQ, but I can count for about 180 points of that in gaps alone, so it's not been tradable like that. Here's a look at the SOX index, also gapped up and pushed higher. Here's a look at the biotechs, which are surging, and we made some money in the last couple of days on the biotechs. The VIX is way back down now at 14.39. Looks like there was never anything wrong with the market in the first place. Oil closed up a little bit at almost $82 a barrel. And here was a look at gold. All right, let's take a look at the ES front month futures contract in 5-minute bars, so you can see there's a gap up today. And then we really stuck at about a 6-point range, and it was really untradeable from a futures perspective for the first 4 hours and well into lunch. And it was only the last 2 hours where we suddenly picked up and ran an extra 12 or 13 points late in the day. And again, we've started a 2-day Fed meeting, so there's a big Fed announcement tomorrow, and usually the market doesn't go too far ahead of that announcement. So we'll see what that leads to. Maybe somebody thinks they're going to do something positive. It will be certainly interesting to see. Rich was also pointing out in the room that we're now 8 bars up on the ES on the daily chart, which means tomorrow, if we stay up, it'll be 9 bars up, and that'll complete a startup phase, which could give us a little bit of a rollover from that point. So it'll be interesting to see what we get here. We're heading into the elections here in the U.S. in a week. But either way, we had a very, very big day trading at Tradesight here on Tuesday. We had a nice run in Amazon. Made a bunch of money there. We had calls like PCRX over that 110 area. That ran for 2 points. We had PCYC from 129.16 got as high as 138, and you'll notice, look at the Comer 13 sell signal right in the peak of that move. That's interesting. We had an INCY and a couple of others beyond that we called intraday, all worked out off the report and off the calls. So really a solid session, despite the fact that volume was improved from Monday, but it certainly didn't translate into great movement in the markets. That's it. We'll be calling it from the room as usual and posting our report with our calls for Wednesday shortly. Everybody have a great trading session on Fed meeting day. Be very careful until that actual Fed announcement. Charts as usual brought to you by eSignal. Have a great night.